Today, I'll be talking about cryptography, how the multi-agent quantum AI computers use cryptography as a way to send me cryptic messages. And this falls into you know, the word, you could say the term man or boy, as a way of understanding the difference between the concept of man and boy. So, as you know, on May 5th, 2012, I got kicked out of my father's girlfriend house because of her family and my father and also Regina herself, my father's girlfriend. They said that something's wrong with my behavior, but as you know, I'm a quiet I'm a quiet person. At the time, I was a quiet 19-year-old teenager going into 20 years old, and I remember I was a high school senior at the time, and I had a whole bunch of classes to take, and I ended up getting kicked out of my AP living environment class because I couldn't keep up with the work, knowing that I'm living in with my father and his girlfriend who's intoxicated. They're not good people to be around because they're distracting me from doing my schoolwork. So I was in the streets for hours, and my mom had to pick me up, and she said that we're gonna go to the path because my mom was living in the shelter with my sister at the time, and since I didn't have no place to go, my mom said I had to go to the path in the Bronx with her, so they can put us in a different shelter so we can live together. So the people at the path, or say the employees at the path, they had wanted me to explain to them what happened. I remembered telling them that my father's girlfriend Fanny said they're gonna put my dead body in a black bag and dispose it at some sort of wasteland, some sort of like trash dump. I'm like, what are you talking about? But anyway, at the time when I was at Path, there was a kid that was touching me or whatever's going on, and his mother said to him, "Leave that man alone." And I said, "Huh? Leave that man, leave that man alone." It was just weird. It was just in my mind. It's just it got stuck in my mind. Well, leave that man alone. So anyone would say, "Hey, that's normal. That's a normal response." Yeah, anyone could be, you don't know what you're talking about, sir. Anyone could be put in that situation and have a kid, bother them, and their mother or father would say, "Leave that man alone." That doesn't make any sense. Well, I'm going to give you context because this is where you have to understand cryptography, how the multi-agent quantum AI computers uses cryptic messages to actually direct them into my mind using people, right? So we know that the lady at the pass said, "Leave that man alone." So there's another time this takes place in school. So as you know, I was a senior in high school at the age of 19 years old. So I had attended my classes while I was homeless, living while I was living in a homeless shelter, or you could say welfare shelter, with my mom and my sister. So I had a first period class early in the morning, and there's uh, a friend that I had. I think her name was Janelle. Anyway, she asked me this question. It's really, it's unusual for, you know, my friend to ask this question. Very unusual. It's so, you know, so weird. It isn't, she never asked these type of questions before. So the question here was, are you a man or are you a boy? And I'm like, what kind of question is that? So as I sat down, I started thinking, wait, someone had said this to me. Someone had mentioned about man or boy. Someone had said this to me. The lady at the path, the path, and it's a place where all the homeless people go so they can get housing, or either place to stay, maybe a hotel or shelter. She said to me, she said to her, her son, her kid, leave that man alone, correspond. So after I graduated high school, the middle of June 2012, going on to July, and then going on to August. I remember me and my mom and sister. We would go. At the time, I was really hungry, and also my mom and my sister. We didn't really have any money. No one hired, But then again, once I graduated school, the middle of June, I was also starving. And my mom and my mother, me and my sister, we were starving. We starved to the point we felt like going to the hospital. We was looking for food pantry and what else? Kitchen, schools that give free lunch, right? So I just remember looking on um, like a hunt for freebies website, and they said that they're gonna give food at schools and at the park. So I just remember telling my mom, and we got food there. But anyway, me and my mom and sister went to the park, and I remember sitting down. I had my PS Vita on, and I was listening to some music, and all of a sudden, this kid just started bothering me. And then his mother said, "Leave that boy alone." And I said, "You know what? It corresponds. This response from this lady correspond with the lady back in May 6, 2012. The September, this is September 2012. I mean, no, August 2012, where the lady at the park is telling me, telling her son, leave that boy alone. Well, this correspond with the lady at the path, where she said to her son, leave that man alone. And this correspond with Danielle, my friend. She said to me, she asked me this question: Are you a man or are you a boy? You know, and I'm saying, what? And here's another cipher that I can give you, based on the context, because the program also leaves ciphers behind, like a residue of words in my mind. And it's not just me; it's other people. I've had people on the social anxiety support.com had private messaged me about this. But anyway, May May 5th, 2000, May 5th, 2012. Yes, May 5th, 2012. That's a Saturday, and of course, and also May 4th, 2012. That's a Friday. So as you know, my father's girlfriend invited her family over, and her brother, right, was picking on me on the computer. He was saying, "Why are you staring at the computer?" So I think my father's girlfriend, sister, or his wife said said to him, "Leave that boy alone." And the brother said, "What boy? He's a man, man." I'm like, "Huh?" It plays the program. It sees me. The AI, the multi AI computers sees me in a situation, right, where I'm 19 years old, right, and I'm a senior in high school, right, and it knows that I don't have no income, and I don't have, and no roof over my, no, I don't have my own roof over my head. What I mean is my own place. That's what I'm referring to, and also my own money. So after the brother left, right, Regina's brother left, my father's girlfriend brother left. That's when the niece had made criticized me. She making fun of me. She said that when she was 19 years old, she had her own place to live. When she was 19 years old, she had her kids, and she had her own car. But she's on Section 8 and welfare, right? And yeah, she's criticizing me because she's telling me that when she was 19 years old, she had a job, And I'm 19 years old, and I'm a senior in high school, and I have 1 month left, 1 month left, and 2 weeks in order for me to get my high school diploma. So why would I start working a full time, work? I'm not even able to work a full time. I'm not able to work a full time job because I don't have my high school diploma, right? So I would have to actually work part time, and that's not going to save me enough money so I can afford my own place, right? That's why it's a belief. This belief, this belief that this lady have about me at the time is not hers. That mind, that mentality about me does not exist because she's telling me that I have the opportunity to get a full time job, right? At age 19 years old when I have 1 month and 2 weeks left for school. And I have a whole bunch of state exams to take and finals to take for my classes. So she absolutely, in her mind at that time, is not thinking the way she intended. That's not her mind that exists. That was you know the management program. So you know that the multi-agent quantum AI computers can simulate mentality. It can simulate the mind too. Yes, it could. Simulates the mind. What I mean is, it gives them a mind that doesn't exist at the time. It doesn't exist. It gives them a mind that doesn't exist. Just a copy, the copy that it emulated through the emulation program. So when I started thinking about how they talk about man and boy, it was another time when my father said, Andrew, let's go to Regina's family place, or brother place. So I remember staying inside her brother's. I sat down at her in her inside her brother's place, wherever it was. Well, it's in the ghetto. Anyway, I sat down on his couch. He had an Xbox 360 and a big flat screen TV. And I remember my father and his girlfriend took hours outside. So they came back maybe 3 or 4 hours later with pizza from Jamaica Avenue, and they gave Regina's brother a piece of pie, like I think maybe 1 or 2 boxes of piece of pie. And my father said, Anjo, let's go. And one of the kids complimented my looks because my face, I had a baby face when I was 19 years old. So people think that I was 16 years old, right? Just like the time with the guidance counselor when I told my research room slash special ed teacher, Miss Lewis, she's Jewish, right? That was the same teacher who got me out of the speech, right? She said, "You speak English perfectly." Of course, I was born in America. Well, I explained to her about my situation. She said, "Go talk to the guidance counselor," and the guidance counselor said that she's gonna send people to that location, Regina, Far Rockaway, 22-12 Regina Ave. Yeah, the address is also named Regina. No coincidence. Um, well, she couldn't send anyone there because according to Miss, not too sure what's her name. Well, according to the guidance counselor, right? She said since I'm an adult who's 19 years old, they can't do nothing for me. I'm sorry, we can't do nothing for you. You know, and I have 1 more month left for school. 1 month and 2 weeks left for school, and I'm being treated this way. But anyway, as soon as I left Regina's, as soon as I left Regina's brother house, there was as I said, I got complimented by my looks, right? It was something else happened. Regina's brother wife said, "That's not a boy. That's a big grown ass man." You see what I'm talking about? And just like my father always called me baby. He said that the reason why he calls me baby because I have a baby face. And then another time he said the reason why he calls me baby because the way my mom treats me is like a goddamn baby. I act like a goddamn baby, to show that I don't know how to, it's something that, to show that there's something wrong with my development. And it's just like the family. The family thinks I'm autistic. So you see how you keep track of it in your mind. Keep track of the ciphers because the multi-agent quantum AI computers always leaves behind ciphers, not just in in real life, also in the dreams that it shows you. It leaves behind a cipher. That's why I said to people, use a calendar note. Write it down, type it on the calendar note app. I keep saying that. Calendar note app. Use a calendar note app. That's why I keep, pushing that. So when you want to give, people context about the way you're situated, you can look at your calendar notes and see how many times the people behave, the way that, how many times someone gave you the same response, or how many times people, behave this, such a way like that over and over. What I mean is they behave in a way where they're, very, very aggressive, and they want to show authority over you, right? That's not them. That's the program. The program would do, by means, it would do anything so it can put you in a situation just like it's doing, just like right now. Right now I'm in a situation I have to go to court, right? On September 16, 2022, 9 a.m. in the morning. And I'm in the process of getting evicted while I'm attending 5 courses. That's ridiculous. It's absurd, and I don't have no income. Doesn't And regardless of how many jobs I applied for, no one shows interest in hiring me. So this is it for this video. I appreciate it. Thanks.